I'm Stephen Hicks. I'm a research fellow at University of Oxford, and I run a research group developing smart glass technology for visual impairment. Well, this is a product of work we've been doing for about 4 years in my lab at Oxford, mostly funded by the Department of Health. And it's designed to detect three-dimensional objects and improve the remaining sight that a lot of partially sighted people still have. The basic concept is that as you go blind, you often still have some remaining sight. It's not really good enough in lots of scenarios, but your brain behind it is trying to work out what things are. So what we do with this, we take a three-dimensional image of the environment and find nearby objects and present them in a way which look roughly like you might expect them to be. So the idea is you can stimulate the remaining vision that somebody has so they can get an intuitive sense of space. People who have got some sight in the central field is the target at the moment, so glaucoma, retinitis pigmentosa, diabetic retinopathy, things like that. Last year we won an impact challenge with Google and partnered with the RNIB with the specific aim to build portable units like this that we can loan out to people throughout the UK for the rest of the year. We've had a great response. I'd say somewhere between 30 and 40% of people that we test with, and we sample very widely, have some noticeable improvement in terms of recognising faces or looking at objects in darkened environments. We're building about 40 units initially. We've got about 300 people recruited, and the idea is that we give them to everybody for 1 month. We'll be logging the settings that the glasses were on and how it kind of ran, and looking at people's diary, things like that. So we can find out how well they worked, what scenarios, and kind of where to put our effort into next level of research to make them a really good product. The primary thing really has always been to make something which is going to look good and also going to be really affordable. And we're approaching that, like this is the best looking one that we've ever made, but it's still got a lot of constraints because we're using off-the-shelf cameras, which keeps the price down, but they're pretty bulky. We've also got a really big battery pack that gives you about 8 hours worth of battery, but maybe that's not the right thing. We've got to work out how to shrink these down. Fortunately, the field of wearable displays is moving along so fast that actually what I'm really interested in is partnering up with people who are making wearable displays, seeing how our software goes on that and whether we can use their expertise in nice looking displays into building into something which is going to be really acceptable. Our target is to release a device in 2016, and I think we're pretty much on track for that. There's a whole bunch of things we can now do with computers that we weren't able to do a couple of years ago, such as detecting text and turning it into something which is easy to read. Or really what's really great is learning from the experience that the glasses pick up. So learning your environment, learning what the nature of those objects are, and building up a sort of a computerized map of that. So the person can ask their glasses essentially, can you please show me the door? Can you show me where a chair is? And we're working quite heavily on that aspect of the project. And I really want to see what people make out of that, whether they can use these kind of computerized assistants to boost independence and quality of life.